And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we back with another one. Now today, another epic VeVe live stream. Today's a big one. We have the first appearance of X-Men. We have Storm. Now I'm personally a big fan of Wolverine. It's one of the only X-Men that I actually knew growing up. But this is gonna be big time. I mean, to have the first appearance of X-Men on VeVe, I think it's gonna be big. And I love the way Storm looks. I think it's an awesome collectible. The animation even looks good too. So let me dive into the details, y'all. Appreciate y'all for joining the live stream today. We got a good one today. All right, it's a blind box again, $50. The first one is a common. There's 16,500 editions. Then we have the uncommon, $50 price today. Again, all of them are $50. The uncommon is 12,500 editions. Then we have the rare, 6,500 editions. Then we have the ultra rare, 3,650 editions. And then last but not least, the secret rare, 1,500 editions. Now, I think this is going to be a big one. Me personally, if I get the secret rare, I'm going to be in another tough decision, right? I'm going to, at first, want to keep it because, actually, at first, I'm going to want to flip it because I need gems right now. But, these collectibles, I grow attached to. And I think that's the thing with a lot of people right now. They may come in looking for quick flips, but as soon as they get that collectible, especially on a hard drop, they start to get attached to it and they, grow into it. So it's pretty hard to sell these collectibles, especially if you get them on the drop. But that's my game plan going in. Maybe I may, flip the secret rare if I get one, or the ultra rare, maybe just double back at a common, uncommon type thing, keep the extra gems. But it all depends on what it's going for in the market, because if it's going for in the market kind of cheap, then I'll probably hold off and I just won't sell it yet. What's going on, everybody? We got Frank in the building. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. Sonny is asking, does the spam method still work for this blind box drop? So tapping when it's counting to 0. I'm not sure about the tapping, the spam method. A lot of people are saying for the blind boxes, the spam method doesn't really work. But, I would still say whichever one you're feeling comfortable with. I'm just going to time it again. It will pop up, I believe, right where it normally does for these blind boxes. Good morning, Dubes in the house. We got a new tempo. Yep. So Sunny's asking new tempo. What does 3210 means? Basically, just is the timing mechanism I use. So I like to. You can look at some of the previous drops real quick. We got about 27 minutes to the drop today, so you got some time to go back and look. But basically, what I like to do on drops is just count out loud the timing mechanism. So if it's 10 seconds left, or we'll start with 5 seconds. If 5 seconds are left, I'll just count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, click. So when I do that, I just count out loud for you guys to hear, what's going through my head. And I basically wait a second after 0. I just follow the rhythm. How we doing, Jose? And so when I follow the rhythm, it just is a little bit easier of a way to one click tap it instead of just constantly just spam tapping it. I feel like I have a little bit more control that way instead of just hoping to get lucky or something like that. But everybody has their own way, their own technique. So let me bring up. These are all the different editions here, all the different rarities we got. Maybe it'll focus up for me on camera here. There we go. So right here we got the common, right where my finger was. It's not focusing up for me. But basically, the ultra rare is going to be animated, and so is the secret rare. So the secret rare and the ultra rare will be animated. It'll be similar to the Captain America and the Spider-Man drop. We got Brendan in the building. Absolutely. And so the difference with these, Spider-Man was $400 retail, right? Captain America, big retail price. And a lot more limited. There's only 1,000 of them. 1,000 of the Spider-Man. So with these, a little bit more of edition count and a little bit cheaper. So I think we may not see, only a $50 list price, 1,500 editions for this secret rare. We may not see, a Spider-Man premium price for these right away. But I do think, over time, the secret rare for the first ever X-Men, it'll be big value. Just may take a little bit more time, I think. Jose asks, have you been stacking any comics that are undervalued? I think a lot of comics are still undervalued, absolutely. I actually just did pick up a comic recently. So I didn't have any low mint comics. I didn't have any sub 1,000 edition comics, and that's one thing I wanted to add in my collection. I wanted to, so I got a Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man #1, a mint number 949. So not crazy low, right? But I just wanted to have something sub 1K, and that's one of the bigger comics, I think. So I definitely wanted to have a decent one. And I'm a fan of the common comic books. I mean, that was my strategy going into it. Just collect a common or maybe uncommon of every single comic that drops. And as we saw with this newest update with the Master Collector Program 0.2, actually worked out completely against my strategy. In the first one, it was absolutely perfect. I mean, with the set points and comic series and everything, having one common comic of everything would be ideal. And so that was like perfect. But with this one, it obviously went against my strategy. So, it is what it is. Maybe they'll adjust it again. I think they will. I think the first one was probably a little bit of a low end, right, of the point system. They didn't want to come out and have something crazy high in points, but something was a little bit more on the low end. And then that volume 0.2 was a little bit more on the high end of the points. And I think the third one, 0.3, eventually will probably be somewhere in the middle of them. That's kind of how I see it. Because I do think that the second one was a little bit high, but, it is what it is, right? So comics got a huge buff. Yeah, they did, especially secret rare comics. I would say the secret rare, the ultra rare, and even the rare comics got a big buff, and that completely went against my strategy. Like someone for me who's not really into comics, I wanted to add a comic collection of just all the comic covers, the common comic covers, because I thought that was since that was the original, right, of the actual comic. I thought they looked cool too. I mean, that was my idea, just to put them all up in my showroom as kind of like posters or wallpaper or something like that. Now 11 said, "Where do we click to buy when the timer runs out, boss?" So these blind boxes on the collectibles are a little bit different than the blind boxes on the comics. But if my memory serves me correct, I believe it'll be still right on this right side of the notify me button. People in the chat, let me know. Make sure I'm right. We've had this drop. I forget the last one. What was the last blind box collectible? I always forget these for some reason. Audible Collective in the building. How we doing? How we doing, brother? Good question on the AMA the other day. I was live streaming, saw you up on stage. I was like, let's go. That's my live streamer. Let's go. Yeah, I forget too for some reason on all these blind boxes. I'm used to just the old way, where the old way was where you got to pick. So if this was like the old way with all 5 rarities basically and not a blind box, you would have the option to either go for the secret rare if you wanted, or the ultra rare, or the rare. You get to pick, and then it would still be first come first serve. But we're switching, and I think it's the right way to kind of switch, just because even though I love the old way, right? I think as we keep growing, as the VeVe keeps exploding in user adoption, I think the only way to make it fair, especially for the newer users, is to go to some kind of, unfortunately, a queue system type thing. But we'll see. Monasad said the Bronson Cat is a sleeper, 888 mints, less than 1K. The creator had his own Netflix series featuring Eminem, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, etc. Go ahead and watch the LA Originals trailer on YouTube. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. The Bronson Cat, that's a big one right there. Mr. Cartoon's no joke. I mean, he's dealt with a lot of celebrities right there. It's one that I was definitely trying to get in the $700 range. I felt like that was an absolute steal, but wasn't able to flip in time to get to that one. You got a number 21. If you really did get that one, you might have had to get that one from the artist or something, Brendan. It would be a hard one to get if that is true. Thanks. Floor price prediction, DJD. I like those initials. See, the sniffles came right back again. It's crazy. It's like I want to blow my nose so bad, but I don't want to do it on stream. All right, so my floor price prediction, is this for the X-Men drop, the comic drop today? I think this secret rare will definitely be over $1,000. That's actually, let me think about this one. All right, I was thinking the comics. All right. So we got Storm, 1,500 editions. So it's going to be interesting. Maybe it won't be $1,000 right away. I'm thinking it will. Because even though it's $50, I mean, we saw Spider-Man Secret Rare when it, before it exploded. That was $400 list price, and it still was sitting around 2K, 2.3K at one point, right, in the market. Before it obviously had that big run up. So it's between notifications. So I think he means like it's between the notify me and that button. So like right where this line is. Brendan saying, I think the ultra rare will go between 500 to 1,000 and secret rare 1 to 1.5K today. Let me go up or down drastically depending on FOMO. I mean, without really doing a deep dive into thoughts, it sounds about right. Sounds about right. I don't think it'll be too crazy, but it sounds right. Sounds about right. Oh, you picked up your 21st. Wow. So Brendan went hard on the Ghost Bears. So you should start the Ghost Bear Club. That's awesome. Xmen. Ready for Storm. Yeah, it's going to be a big one. Personally, I actually didn't know too much about Storm heading into this one, but I learned that it's actually a huge character, right? In X-Men. And just any of the X-Men characters. To have any one of them be the very first X-Men to launch, I think it's going to be big time. Also, shout out to Wendy for the merch. Team V. Go follow her on Instagram, Project O _ store. Projecto. Jamarcus Best. He asked, will VeVe eventually add a cash out feature? Yes, sir. So they actually talked a little bit about when that's coming in the AMA last night. I live streamed that in my last interview or my last video. So if you want to check out the whole live stream, it's about 2 hours long. When you got some time, definitely check that out because they talked about how soon that's coming too. So we had to wait for what's called a money transmitter license. And finally, they fast tracked that. Usually that takes 3 to 4 years, but they're able to get that in less than a year. So in about a week or two, a couple weeks, give or take, I would say the first wave of users will be able to start withdrawing. And eventually everybody will be able to convert their gems into US dollars. And I know a lot of us who've been here for a while, we've had to wait since March. But we've done so much homework. We trusted the team big time because we've learned so much about them. We knew that it was going to come eventually. And one thing you can think about too, if you're having doubts or on the fence, maybe just realize that a big time brand like Disney, somebody like Disney, a $100 billion company, they're not going to take a chance or, they have to know for a fact. So these things are coming soon. They put their trust in VeVe. So I definitely think it would be smart to just put your trust in VeVe too. Again, this is not financial advice. These are just my opinions, but $100 billion company has, trust in VeVe. So it will come just a little bit longer. If you're just joining Jamarcus, the VeVe community recently, then you're actually joining a good time because you won't have to wait like a half a year, kind of like a lot of us did. So this is definitely gonna be a sick drop. I agree. Alvaro asks, how do you buy? So right now you can buy with your credit card. Soon you'll be able to buy with the cryptocurrency called Omi. But to make it simple, ease of access, real easy. You can just put in your credit card, just like anything else you buy online, right, to your bank account, and you can buy the gems. Each gem is equal to $1. So you buy 100 gems, you have $100 basically. And then what you want to do is you're on the home screen, right, of VeVe. This is your home screen. You're at the store tab down here at the bottom. Once you're at the store tab, you can just click right here, main screen. And now we have a timer. You don't see the buy now button just yet, but once this timer runs out, a buy now button will pop up right where my finger is. And that's going to be, as soon as you see that buy now button, boom, click the buy now button. And if you're lucky and you get in quick enough, you may not get, it because there's hundreds of thousands of people going for that same buy now button. But if you're lucky and you're able to get it, another confirmation screen will come up. You just click buy and you should be able to get it. It's tough, so good luck, and I wish you well, brother. But I mean, you definitely can get it. I mean, this one's gonna be a little bit easier to get than some of the drops we just had. So definitely have a chance. Nicole is here. She said, hey, everybody, let's go. Good luck to all this morning. Yep, good luck to you as well, Nicole. Good luck, good luck. Boom. Thanks for the update. Yep. Wow, Jamarcus, congrats on being able to get a golden moment Avenger. That's big time right there. I mean, I think anybody who's able to snag any of those golden moments, looking back, even just, 3 to 6 months from now, but I'm really thinking about this time next year. You're going to say, wow, like I have one of those. I think it's going to be iconic. I really do. Looking to add more to, you said, yeah. So that's a good thing about VeVe. They have drops all the time, so you're definitely going to be able to keep adding to your collection. Let's see. I hope we get some dioramas. Boy Sam, hey Johnny Dunn, what's good? Let's get the secret rare. Let's go. Good vibes today. Good vibes. Let's go. I hope somebody in the chat gets a secret rare today. So Alvaro, they say you don't actually need to buy the gems before the drop. They say you don't have to preload the gems. You should be able to have enough time to, once you hit that first buy now button when it pops up and that second confirmation screen comes up, once you hit buy now, if you don't have the gems, you should have about a minute to go and add your gems. People have said they had plenty of time to do it before, but I've also heard people say like they got an error screen and it crashed the app and they messed up their chance to get it. So if you can, I like to pre-add the 50 gems or whatever it is, just because I feel like I have a better chance, and I would hate to get to that drop and miss out because of something like that. So if you can, I would add it, but you don't have to, I don't think. Let's see. Just got here this morning. Almost forgot about the drop. Been missing some of your lives and drops this week. All good, all good. You are here now. Maybe you'll get some good luck today. Let's go. Got 13 minutes to the drop. I mean, that's the thing about with the lives. I mean, there's so many drops to where, when we had Decon going on Disney, when we didn't have a drop, I was almost so much anxiety thinking like, am I missing something? It feels like there's a drop going on, but there isn't. So I think we're getting back to that normal schedule now. Brendan said, thanks for helping me FOMO into all the golden moments at the bottom, JD. Too bad I couldn't afford Walt at the time. Yeah, man. But still, I mean, you have all the other golden moments. That's going to be big time. If you were able to get any duplicate moments, that would be clutch too. I remember at first saying, I may just try to get a couple of these golden moments because I didn't have enough gems at the time. But when they all dropped and that Walt dropped, I was saying to myself, I need these golden moments. I think these are going to be big time. So I was flipping in the market, doing what I could to try to stack up all the golden moments. And then finally had all the golden moments. And that was the moment where I really started selling my duplicates to try to get Walt. Whew. I'm glad you got some too, Brendan. That's awesome. 1 in 28 chance for a secret rare, a lot better than a comic. Yeah, absolutely. The comics, they have a real low edition for the secret rares. I'm glad you stayed tuned for the live yesterday, though. That was a great AMA. I mean, David was dropping bombs after bombs in there. I mean, the fact that David said that it was David or Dan. I mean, shout out to them both. One of them or both of them were saying how Omi is actually going to be a utility token on different platforms, not just VeVe. So think of how big that's going to be. Even if it was just for VeVe, it would be huge. But the fact that they already have other companies, other platforms, coming up to them asking how can they get involved, especially with the Omi token, like it's just going to be unbelievable. So I put out a tweet. I said, pack your bags. Every time they have an AMA like that, gets everybody excited. It's always great. And it's always like, it gives everybody that feeling like, oh, I need more Omi. But, especially me, I mean, a lot of us already went all in. So, I mean, we can't really get any more, but always try to get more and more and more. Yeah, I would say load the gems before too. B-Lit said load the gems before. Last thing you want to do is reserve a drop and then add gems and it freezes the app on you. Happened to me not too long ago. So yeah, it does happen to where adding those gems as you get the drop can be difficult. So I know it's frustrating to preload those gems because you may not get the drop and then you're stuck with not being able to withdraw the cash. So if you're not in a position to do it, I would say don't do it. But if you're able to do it, then I would try to do it. What's the normal schedule? I feel like it always changes. So when I say normal, I just mean more so like about 2 to 3 drops per week instead of, decon Disney every day, multiple drops type thing. Usually I think it's maybe Monday and Thursday and then like a Saturday, or I think a Tuesday, Thursday, and then a Saturday type thing. Lately they've been saving the weekend, the Saturday drops for pretty big drops. And then maybe like a Monday or a Tuesday comic type thing. But I mean, it's all up in the air. It could change too. It's all kind of play by ear type thing. Because a lot of this is all depending on the licensors, right? I mean, it's not just VeVe's schedule. Because Marvel's so big to where they have to kind of incorporate this into what they're releasing too. So I think a lot of the times they get the sign off kind of late by Marvel or whoever the licensor happens to be at the time, just because they have whoever the licensor is, they have so many other things going on to juggle. Noah said, should I cop the new Xmen NFT? What's going on, Noah? Appreciate you, Noah Walston. Noah Walston in the house. Not financial advice, right? These are just my opinions. But if this is if this is your first time or you've been here for a while, my opinion is I try to go for all the drops, just because even if it's something that I'm not the biggest fan of, I may get that one. And then I go for a drop that I really, really like and may not get that one. So I try to go for all the drops, as many as I can afford, because if I do get that drop and I don't really like that collectible or comic, at least I have it and then I can sell it, right? To where if you only go for the things you like, you still may not even get them. So you're striking out a lot. That way, that's just kind of my thinking on things, because say there's 3 drops in a week, you only like one of them, I'm still going to go for them all, because I may get the one that I don't like and I can sell that and end up flipping it and go into the one that I do like. Hopefully that makes sense. Nicole said Omi is going to be huge. Yeah, I agree. I don't think I have enough. My dad told me, Brendan said, my dad told me last night it's a good play to go all in with this. I mean, X-Men is huge. I think everybody from all ages, right? Young kids to, adults to parents, grandparents. I think everybody knows X-Men. And so to have the first X-Men NFT in digital format, I think it'll be big. Just saying that makes me want to hold on to this collectible big time. And I was in the boat to where I kind of wanted to flip this one because I'm more of a fan of like Wolverine, but I think there's going to be other collectibles you can flip that may be better. Oh, okay. Brendan said he already did go all in. I think he meant more so VeVe than just X-Men. Dude said his nerves are back for Storm. Nicole said all the comics are sold out except an Amazing Spider-Man that I just saw available. I wonder why. Interesting. I think all of them are sold out. Maybe that was just an error on that screen, but I could be wrong, because I'm pretty sure that everything is sold out. But maybe I'm wrong on that, because sometimes there's like an error on the screen that says there's still some left, but there's really not. Tierra Baker, good morning, everybody. If I have something in the market after it is closed, does it get removed? No, so it actually stays there. So like right now the market's closed because the drop's about to happen. The market usually closes 30 minutes before, and then it'll stay closed and it'll open up about 30 minutes after, give or take. Sometimes it's like 45 minutes, sometimes it's an hour after. But if you listed something in the market before it closes, and then as soon as the market opens back up in like an hour after the drop or 30 minutes after the drop, that listing that you put in the market will still be listed in there. So if you listed something and by accident or you want to take it down, As soon as that market opens, you want to hurry up in there and delist it because it will be available to buy for someone else. I am copying the X-Men and it's dropping in 5 minutes and 15 seconds. I agree. I see him all over the place. That's awesome. He's a big supporter in the community. That's a fact. And we got Kurt in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Tara said, I love X-Men, especially Storm. Yeah, Storm's big time. I didn't realize how big time Storm was. Everybody knows Storm. Guess he said, yo, JD, I'm really far behind on these. I'm not that far. I'm only a couple minutes. Crypto Keeper said, I started that Hit Monkey show last night on Hulu and I'm hooked. Amazing. Now I've got to buy one of those comics. Yeah, I think that's going to be a big one. I mean, I thought it was awesome that they timed the show with the Hit Monkey release. So I think anybody who got those comics, anywhere from common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and the secret rare is big too. So I think they're going to be definitely valuable. I was able to get the comment on the drop. So, or maybe I missed the comment on the drop. I think I missed the comment on the drop, but I just bought one in the market. Get see, yo, JD. Boy, Sam's asking, will the Red Ghost Bear reach 1K? It's so underrated with 888 editions. I'm not sure if it will. I mean, that's that artist's first creation on VeVe, so I'm sure he's going to release more. And I think when he releases more, I think they could definitely go up. Ooh, okay. Jose said, I changed my investment strategy right now. More on VeVe, less on crypto. Coffee time. Jose said beer time here in Germany. Well, cheers. Stell said, where are we tapping on this page? So I believe it'll be like right here. Like right in between the notify me and that other button. Somewhere around that notify me button, it's going to be right there. For some reason, I always forget exactly where these blind box buy now buttons pop up. It's going to be somewhere in that area. So I'm going to still try to time it, but I'm going to go more so reaction, I think. Meaning like I'm still going to count it, but I'm going to wait until I really see it till I go for it this time because I feel like the last few times on the blind boxes when I try to time it perfectly, I'm a little bit too early and I missed the buy now button. And then I'm trying to like freak out the last second. I always mess up. So gotta do better on this one. Finally, I did get a last couple times, but yeah, let's go. This is gonna be a good one. See, I like these drop mechanisms a little bit better. I mean, I do like the blind box to where you have a chance to get a common, ultra rare, secret rare. That way, it's a little bit easier to lock one in at least, and then you're just hoping for a secret rare and get lucky, as opposed to something that's super limited, 1,000 editions, and you're just probably not even gonna have a chance to hit buy now. So I do kind of like this strategy a little bit better. Just for me personally, I'd rather see that buy now button. Alvaro said, I need some beginner's luck. Well, we got you. Bless the chat. Hit that like button. And good luck today, Alvaro. I mean, I think you will have good luck. A lot of beginners and a lot of new users have had great success, especially on these blind boxes. I mean, the comics too. So Colton Boy said, yo, Johnny. Let's go. I think we will do really good today. I think the whole stream is going to do well. Boom. 1 minute. Yep. Ready up. 53 seconds. Let's go. Last week was crazy with all the drops. Yeah, last week was crazy. Good luck. We got 44 seconds. Colin's always on different accounts, he said, Jordan the stream. Oh, okay, cool. Your acts are out. Okay, awesome, man. Wayne, I got you then. All right, 25 seconds. This is Coffee Gate. I did it at 25 seconds and not 30 seconds. All right, 15 seconds. I'm really sweating right now. 10 seconds, y'all. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I think I got it. The anticipation is wild. Uncommon, let's go. I'll take it all day. 8,195. So nothing crazy, right? But hey, we got one order pending. Now, for all the users tuning in, if you have this screen right here, one order pending delivery, that means you got one. You can relax and you locked one in. So congrats to everybody who got one. Let's go. Stealth with a win. Let's go, baby. Jackal 210 got one. Getsy got one. Stealth got a rare. Huge. This is what I'm talking about. Whole stream gets one. I knew it. See, that's why I like these blind boxes. Nicole got one. Getsy got a common. Jose got a pending one. Let's go. Colton got a pending. Jackal said he didn't get the truck, but he got one. Okay, so still, if you have one pending, you should definitely get one. I would say like 99% sure. I would say 99% of the time, if you get that pending order, it means you got one. Let's go. One of my boys who just joined. One of my boys who just joined recently, Sean Warner. Shout out to you, brother, if you're watching. He just got a storm, so he's excited about that. Let's go. Omi Queen got one. Let's go. Whole chat, whole live stream got one. Kurt got one too. He didn't see the rarity. Let's go. Almost everyone got one. Oh no, Adam missed out. No. Josh got one. B-Lick got an ultra rare. That's huge. No, Adam just missed it. Stefan got an uncommon. Let's go. Uncommon twins. Uncommon gang. Boy, Sam got a common. Wow, okay, so December got an error on the purchase, but still got one. Solid. Okay, so a lot of people that's been happening to, they don't have the green truck, but they still got one. Nice, David. Congrats. 3199. Common, but it's still pretty good. Still snagging one. Yeah, Shooter got one. Let's go. So if you have the red pending bar, you should still get one. Absolutely. A lot of people are saying they got an error message at first, but then they went back and they said they still got one. Yeah, so same thing happened to Nicole. She said, I got an error message at first. It said, due to heavy load. And I was heartbroken for a hot sec. And then it showed me the blind box purchase. Let's go. Yeah, for some reason, I guess just because the heavy load and everything, it's just messing up the system a little bit to where it may freak you out like you don't have one. But as long as it says pending, you should have one, definitely. Jose said a kid got one. Should I sell right away? Stefan, it depends what you got. I mean, it's tough. If you don't want this collectible, usually the best thing to do is sell right away. Ariel said, dude, I got one secret rare. Let's go. I knew somebody was going to get it on stream today. Oh, Wayne got an L. No. Wayne and Adam. Unfortunate. How do you check to see what you have pending? So the only way to tell which rarity you got was to wait for that green truck. And if you didn't get the green truck screen, then you just have to wait until it gets delivered to see which one you have, which is unfortunate just because if if the market opens before you get your collectible delivered, you're kind of out of luck because you don't know which one you have, which one to buy in the market. But hopefully yours gets delivered soon and then you won't have that issue. So a lot of people are getting the error, but then they still got one. I have a feeling it's gonna be similar to Batgirl. Maybe. I mean, it's a little bit less of additions, I think, for a lot of these. So I think it could be a little bit better than how Batgirl did. Oh, the Domer missed out too, unfortunately. Julian got one. Let's go. Oh no, Tierra did not get one. Unfortunate, unfortunate. So there's a few people that missed. A few people that missed. Unfortunate, unfortunate. But maybe you can pick up. I mean, to the few people that did miss, you can still probably pick up a comment for pretty cheap, I would think, on the market if you wanted one. So that would be my strategy. If I missed this, I wouldn't really rush to complete this set unless I really wanted to have the first X-Men set, which I think it will be a big deal. Um, but just for me personally, since I'm not rushing for sets or anything, if I missed on this drop, I would probably pick up at least a common, maybe uncommon. Because I got the uncommon on the drop. So I'll probably just be happy with that one. I don't think I'll rush to get anything else. Wow. All right. So JAMC. I was driving, and thanks to you showing on my YouTube feed, I pulled over on the expressway. Now I have a pending delivery. Thank you, bro. Wow, man. Well, first of all, I want to say I'm glad you pulled over, right? I mean, don't VeVe and drive. VeVe and driving is not a good combination. Trust me. But I'm glad you got one, man. I'm glad I popped up for you and it reminded you of a drop, and I'm glad you pulled over safely and you're able to lock one in. I mean, hopefully it's something big too, ultra rare, secret rare, and it just worked out and made a big come up. Alvaro said no luck. Unfortunate, unfortunate. A lot of people are saying they got an error. I would say if you got an error and you feel like you don't have one, I would check again because you might have one. People are still getting rebounds. And Tierra, yeah, definitely. Sorry you didn't get one today. There'll definitely be more chances. I would say try to snag a common for kind of cheap in the marketplace. But again, I would be careful in the market. Don't overpay for one because as soon as the market opens up, there may only be a few in the marketplace. Meaning, if there's only a handful or 10 in the market, and the prices are pretty high, I would wait a little bit until there's hundreds of collectibles in the market for sale because most of the time people try to undercut each other and then that price usually drops. So I think you'll be able to still snag a couple storms because I know you really wanted this one. I think it's a big collectible too. So if I think you may be able to snag a common or uncommon for kind of cheap in the market. I think the secret rares will be pretty expensive. Ultra rares will be pretty expensive. Yeah, if it took your gems and you got the red bar, then you should definitely have one. Wow, that's awesome. So Brandon Legos said he got his first secret rare ever. Let's go. That's big time. Knight Rider got a low mint uncommon 839. Let me tweet out some people. Let's go. Free green truck for anyone who got a collectible in a drop since the app started. I like that idea. That's actually an awesome idea. Shout out to Mr. Peach UK. He said, "We'll miss this little truck when it goes. Free green truck for anyone who got a collectible on a drop since the app started before it disappears forever." He tagged VeVe, Dan, and David. Would be a cool keepsake for OGs. That's an awesome idea. I like that idea. Shout out to Jowie. I just saw the tweet. NFTs like posted on Twitter. I just followed them too. Dude, I'm so bullish on VeVe. I'm about to sell more stuff to buy more Omi and prepare for NFTs. Oh my god. This is addicting as it really is. I do so much better on the blind boxes. Yeah, I agree. For some reason, the blind boxes have been pretty solid. Sorry to everyone who didn't get one. Yeah, catch up on some sleep, December, big time. December said, "Congrats, bro. I really have to go try to catch up on some sleep. Thanks for the live stream. Love y'all. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Hey, appreciate you big time. Absolutely, absolutely. Appreciate all the support. Get some sleep, December. Get some sleep. Thoughts on the price? I'm really not sure on the price. On this one, I'm kind of really just interested to see. I really don't. Again, I don't really have any strong price predictions on this one because I'm kind of interested to see what the secret rare will go for. Since it's only a $50 list price and there's 1,500 of them, I think it'll be somewhere. I'm gonna think about the price before the market opens and give you guys my estimate. I'm gonna get through some of these chats first. Definitely think it'll be worth some money. No way. All right. So one thing that you should definitely do is put your phone on do not disturb. I should have probably went over that, but Kumula said someone called me right at the drop. Big L. That is one thing I like to do. It's one of the tips that I do give. I just didn't say it today. It's one of the things that you want to do because, like it happened to you. It actually happened to me on stream one time. I was doing the drop and I got a phone call. I was like, "What is going on?" So you definitely want to put your phone on do not disturb. I like to exit all my apps. I like to have my phone full charge. For some reason, I have better luck when my phone is charging. Some people say don't do that, but for me, I do like to do that. That's my worst fear. Tierra said I want either the uncommon or rare. Okay, yeah, I think the uncommon you could probably get in the market for cheap. I do. A rare might be a little bit expensive. Not positive, not positive. Yeah, the sound, absolutely. Thank you for the tips, JD. Unfortunately, I wish you got one today, though. I wish you got one for today, though. Yeah, I feel like the buy now button just moves slightly a little bit every single time. I don't know why. I don't know if they're watching the stream trying to mess with me, see it, but I feel like the buy now button moves just a little bit every time. That's why. All right, so I kind of changed like my thought process on it. Before it would just be like a tunnel vision, press it right here as soon as the timer expires in my head. Now I'm kind of doing like a mix hybrid of the timing but reaction too. Like I'm timing it, and as the zero, like as I'm about to say like 1-0, I'm about to time it, but I don't have like tunnel vision. I'm kind of reacting where it's going to be at the same time. I know that sounds crazy, but again, that's just like my thought process going into it. So hopefully that can help. Oh, Colin, I appreciate that, but you don't have to transfer it to me, my man. Uh, if I don't get at least a rare, I'm gonna transfer it to you. Actually, you know what you should do? You should transfer it to. Don't transfer it to me, man, because Colin, I really appreciate that big time. But I already have a lot of collectibles, so even though I appreciate that so much, you willing to do that, I would rather you give it to Tierra because Tierra really wanted this collectible and Tierra didn't get it. So we might be able to set it up to where if you really want to do this, you could send it to Tierra or you can send it to me and then I'll send it to Tierra. But Colton, I appreciate that big time. Or you can keep it. I mean, this is gonna be a good collectible. But if you wanted to donate it, I'd rather see you donate to somebody on stream who didn't get one. Cosmos, this is a good question. Do we know any website to compare the comic books with the NFT comics? I don't know any sites offhand, but I would follow Comics and Crypto or Crypto and Comics. I always get the name back and forth, but I would go follow them because they usually put up somewhere on their Twitter or YouTube channel some kind of spreadsheet or something like that. I think they have a spreadsheet to where it'll actually show you the pricing of the real physical comic and then the digital one too. So they know a lot about comics as well, so I would definitely hit them up. Getsy, I appreciate you for joining today. Definitely. We got about 15 minutes, I would say, before the market opens up. Chad said, I finally got one of the VeVe drops after 5 tries. Let's go. Great feeling. I'm so glad you got one. Oh, super duper Hank. No luck today, but it's all good. Happy for everyone. Sorry to get one today. Super duper. Um, but whole fresh week coming up soon. So next week, better luck. Better luck next week. I hope you guys still get one. I've got one that way. I mean, that's what happened. I believe. Well, one of the Disney drops for me. It said I didn't get one. I went back and I checked. Uh, we don't know when the next drop is just yet. I would say if I was to guess, probably Monday. It would probably be another comic book, and then maybe Thursday is another collectible drop. We don't know the schedule just yet, but stay tuned. Definitely tonight or tomorrow. I would say be looking out on the YouTube posts or Instagram posts or Twitter, wherever you guys follow me. And I'll definitely be sure to let everybody know ASAP. I think so. I don't know for sure, like what other. Oh, where you go? Will there be other comics other than Marvel at any point? Chris is asking. I would say yes. I don't know for sure, obviously, but I would think so. I mean, we have DC Direct. I don't, now that's different than DC Comics, obviously, but I really think at some point we will see, comics from other brands, especially big ones. I don't know exactly which ones, but like I'm sure we can see Batman comics at some point one day. I have no idea for sure, but that'd be my guess. Absolutely. I have an uncommon, kind of a high mint, so not great mint, but I got one at least, so I'm happy about that. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for notifications. Yeah, I'll definitely let everybody know as soon as they put out a post about it. Yeah, for some reason, there's an error sometimes on a lot of the drops that say like it's still available, but a lot of times they're sold out. Nice. Vivi Las Vegas got one. Let's go. All right. Who else got one today? I wanna... Let's go. Lewis beat the bots today. Let's go. That's big time, man. I mean, I love the fact that, when you get one, it's like, yes, let's go beat the bots. Superhuman. Wow. Okay. What up, Mubarak? Mubarak Maraf in the house. If you haven't yet, you should check out the animation on the secret rare. It looks insane. Wow. I will, brother. Let's look at it. because now we can actually see what these look like. So let me might be able to show you guys. Wow, the sound too. You guys can hear that? That looks amazing. That looks awesome. The sound is crazy. I think that would be good money, especially just for the animation alone. And then we'll go to the ultra rare. Oh, even the ultra rare has that one. Wow. I think the ultra rare is going to be big money too. Just for the cool animation. I agree, Mubarak. Definitely cool animations, man. Appreciate you for pointing that out. J-Man is asking 6962 comment okay? I mean, it's not a great mint number, but I mean, absolutely. I mean, you still got one. The commons usually take a little bit longer to appreciate just because there's a lot of editions of them. I still do think there's over 100K people going for these. I do. Kawana Maui saying I still have order pending. If you still have a order pending, it just means it looks like this, correct? And that's okay. It just means that you have one locked in. Like you will get one. It'll take anywhere from another 15 minutes up to another hour to get delivered to your actual account. Kelvin in the house. Let's go. Yeah, I agree. True Tech. True Tech about to go crazy with it. Let's go. New user just got a uncommon. He's asking if that's good. I said it's better than uncommon. Let's go. Shout out to Lewis, man. He got another one today. Or I think this might be his first one on the drop, which is amazing. I'm texting him right now. I'm tweeting him right now. I said, let's go. What an amazing feeling it is, right? It's the adrenaline rush. I mean, that's what's different about these drops than most other things. I know we're switching to like a more quote unquote boring system, a queue system, but I think, as VeVe keeps growing, right? As we keep getting, what's going to be a millions and millions of users, I think it is only kind of right that we do go to some other kind of drop system, possibly at least test it out. Maybe it's a combination of both eventually. But obviously, you guys know I love these styles of drops. Let's go, man. It's such a great feeling. I think it really is the start of so many other people. Shout out to Lewis, man. I mean, the co-founder of Gymshark. Shout out to NFT Pirates, man, my brother. I mean, what a great interview. I mean, when he was interviewing Lewis, it just reminded me of the early days when me and Chad sat down and talked. It really feels like this is going to be something that's going to be so mainstream to where this is only the beginning. That's all the words I have to keep saying is this is going to be a phenomena that just keeps happening. So many other, big time players, big time celebrities, right? Sports, athletes, they're all going to get involved in this because the community that's been built, the brands that are here, the Ecomi team. I mean, this is literally a dream come true. I mean, this is a revolutionary time right now in the history of the world, and it's so hard for a lot of people to kind of feel how revolutionary this time is right now because we are literally in the midst of it. And so we feel every hour, the micro ups and downs of everything. But when you step back and look at the macro of how much of this has grown since, just March when I joined, let alone January, and let alone 2016, 2017, when David and Dan were really laying the foundation for all this to really happen. That's another thing. Like a lot of these NFT projects, platforms, they're just popping up right now and, talking about the future plans that they're going to do. The difference with VeVe is that they've done all this since 2017. This is just everything happening at the perfect time. It's unbelievable. Yeah, the AMA was huge. Kelvin's in the house, not at the building today. What's funny? I don't think about it. Just whatever comes off the top of my head. It's VeVe for life. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Wow. Okay. VeVe Las Vegas just picked up a secret rare skateboard for 7,500. That's a big come up right there. Big purchase. I like their skateboards. I love the way they look. Obviously, the all gold. You guys know how I am with the gold anything. But those skateboards are big because one, Lincoln's actually a huge skateboard company. So I think if we ever see a Tony Hawk collectible or a Tony Hawk skateboards, I think that's really going to bring in the whole skateboard community. And to have the very first ever skateboard deck, I think it's going to be big. I mean, Lincoln's big time. It's in a lot of old Tony Hawk skateboard games that I played. That's how I first heard of it. Shout out to Willow Kid. He's the one who reminded me that it was indeed in those games. And then it's super limited. I think there's only maybe just over 100 that are out to the public. So when you have a collectible that there's only 100 editions of publicly, because I think there's maybe like 150 total, not only is it going to shoot up quick, but I mean, I think long term it could be a good play as well. Not financial advice, my opinions only. No, Secret Rare did not happen right after Decon. Yep, there's a famous saying in crypto, or there's a famous crypto saying, when in doubt, zoom out. And that's the thing that I really realized when all the FUD was happening in VeVe months ago is it felt like, well, I knew we were all in the moment, right? Every hour there's new news, every 10 minutes we see something happening. We're checking the markets every 20 minutes. So I felt like I had a good sense of the pulse of where everybody was at. We're so in the micro of things. People are getting mad that VeVe team's taking too long to make things happen when in reality, they're moving at light speed. They're moving super quick. Just in crypto terms, it may be slower than other things, but in the real world, they're moving quick. So I just knew to zoom out. And when I zoomed out and looked at the big picture, I was like, oh man, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for a lot of us, almost everybody, I would say. Jackal is saying would be really nice if the mint numbers were somewhere on the comic books or the collectibles. Were somewhere on the comic books or collectibles. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So actually about this, so once the new showroom happens and a little bit longer when the Master Collector program rolls out, the Master Collector Pro users will actually be able to have their mint numbers and rarities showcased with their collectible in the showroom. So that means, say, if you're a Master Collector Pro user and you have a whole bunch of low mints, you're going to be able to have those low mints associated with your collectible when people come in and view your showroom. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that's what you were asking, right, in this question? third rarest item on VeVe, third rarest set. Yep, absolutely. The skateboards are big. Do you think the market will take a hit with the MTL? I really don't. I really don't think it will. I mean, maybe slightly, but I really don't see it being like a crash like what people are expecting, because one, it's not going to be like a switch to where, okay, now every single person can cash out, right? It's not going to be that instant. It's just going to be like a slow rollout, I would think. Slow as in over a little bit of time. Eventually everybody will be able to withdraw, but I think the first iterations of that will be, a select wave of users, I would say. So it's not going to be like a big crash overnight type thing. Kurt saying he needs more Omi after last night's AMA. The AMA last night was awesome. The fact that David and Dan were talking about, we don't know if it was a slip up leak or if they were okay to talk about it, but they talked about it. And it was amazing for the community here. I mean, the fact that they have plans for Omi to be used not only just on the VeVe platform, but other platforms to use Omi as a utility token is just unbelievable. Sherry Berry asked, when we can cash out, will we receive USD or Omi? So how it works is we're going to be able to, say if I'm able to cash out right now, right? I would enable the KYC, so I'd have to enter my bank account information. It takes about 24 hours, I think they said. And then once I get accepted or whatever the process is in a day, I'll be able to convert my gems into US dollars and withdraw the gems into my bank account and it'll turn to US dollars. So not Omi. But how you can get Omi will be, you're going to be able to list your NFT. So say you just got the Storm collectible, right? And you weren't a big fan of it, so you want to sell it, but you don't want gems. So you're going to be able to list that Storm collectible for, say, 200,000 Omi you want. So now in order to get that collectible, people can't pay in gems. They have to pay in Omi. And then what's going to happen, I think, is people who are just coming to the app, right? Maybe they want that collectible, but they don't have Omi. So on the app, I think there's eventually going to be a way to buy your gems and then convert it to Omi right there and then buy your collectible. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty positive that's their future thinking. Maybe it's going to be done on the desktop web app or something, but I really believe where people are going to be able to buy Omi right on VeVe and then buy their collectible with Omi. And I'm pretty sure they talked about that in the AMA last night, which is just going to be game changing. That's what people don't understand, is it's going to be the gateway into crypto for so many people. Yes, Jose, this is what I've been saying for months and months and months. I really see VeVe being just as big as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, because it's social media on the blockchain along with major billion-dollar IP brands. So another reason why this all made sense to me in March when I first found it is because on Snapchat, I remember years ago, when Snapchat had their first filters, their augmented reality filters, people were paying money to have little dog ear filters, augmented reality on their faces, right? And I was like, whoa, wait a second. People were literally paying 10, 20, sometimes 50 and $100 to have a rare Snapchat augmented reality filter that they didn't even own. Think about that. So that's why I knew this is going to be big time, on top of a lot of other things. But right there, I was like, wow, okay. People already paid for stuff that didn't even own. It's the same concept as like Call of Duty Fortnite skins. Market's probably open. Let me check real quick. But it's the same process of that. So now with VeVe, same thing, but you actually get to own these. And the market is open. Let me show you guys what these are selling for. So the common is being sold for 55 right now. The uncommon is being sold for 69. The rare is being sold for 165. Ultra rare is being sold for 819. Woo! And then the secret rare 2.5K. Okay, so this is actually more expensive than I thought. I'm glad to see this. People ain't playing around no more. People are smarting up, I think. Especially with the animations. So 2.6K. Wow, this is good. I like to see this. Ultra rare is down to 800, 750. 800, so it's not really going below 750. The rare is going for 165, 170 right now. The uncommon is going for still 68, 70 bucks now. And the common is down to 53. Nicole said, Johnny, you really see the bigger picture. That's great. I never would have thought of it being as your example as Instagram for blockchain. That's just how I see it. I mean, maybe, and I do see other platforms, just like how there's Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, there was Vine. There's going to be platforms that try to pop up and compete and not last. I'm sure there's going to be platforms that do last, right? I mean, look at Adidas, Nike. There's always other platforms. I just see VeVe as being the number one, the Nike or the Apple, right? We see Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. Like there's always going to be others. But when you have the foundation that VeVe has, the Ecomi team is a unicorn in itself. I mean, that's a dream team. Just so many more things that, I mean, you can't get this many IPs on one app. That's almost impossible. So the fact that they have all of that. Yeah, I hope that did answer your question. Market's open. Yeah. Wow, that could be game changing. 5,000s. It could be expensive. I mean, I just like to see that it is coming out the gate that high, which is a good sign. It may keep dipping, like I was saying. It usually tends to dip a little bit before it does take off, if it does take off. But I mean, that's just a better sign than in the beginning, where we used to see things get sold for retail, under retail right away. So I'm glad people are smartening up. It just is good. So again, a lot of the people who say the market's not open, what you have to do is, if the market's still not opening, it's one of those things where you have to just like close the app, open it back up, and then go into the market. Once you do that, it should open the market for you. Yeah, close and reopen. So excited! I need to buy more Omi. Yeah, I mean, I think Omi is almost like, I look at Omi as like the gasoline, the fuel, and then I look at all the NFTs on VeVe as like the individual fleet of cars almost. So it allows us to invest in both, and that's the beauty of it. To where the NFTs are your collection, it's the fun part of the investing, right? Um, they're collectibles you can play with, decorate your house with artwork and stuff. And then you have, if you don't want to get, picky about which NFTs to invest in, to collect, you can also invest in the whole company itself. And that's why it's just a blessing to be this early, because I really believe, I mean, once we're on major exchanges of Coinbase, Robinhood, Binance, I mean, people are going to be buying only past the dollar. That's how I believe it. I mean, it's a FA, it won't move much. It's just a matter of time. I don't know when it's going to happen, right? I don't know. I'm not going to be the person to tell you it's going to happen next month. Like, I don't know when it's going to happen. It could take 6 months, it could take 2 years. But eventually, something this big will pop. It's just right now, I think they're really dotting all their I's, crossing all their T's, making sure this foundation is solid. Because when you're building something this big, you're in no rush. There's no reason to rush anything. They talked about it, right? They'd rather be safe and take their time than to rush something with, they're dealing with tons and tons of money here too. Will the air price drop? I'm not sure what you're asking, Josh. Um, let's see. In the market, let's give an update on the prices. The common is now going for 55, 59 bucks. The uncommon is now going for 69 bucks. The rare is going for 170. Ultra rare is 750. And the secret rare is 2.8, 2.7. I would keep an eye on the secret rare and see how far down it dips until it gets bought up. And it just got bought. So the 2.7 just got bought. That was a low mint too. So it's looking like 2.8 is where it's sitting at right now. Again, there's only 40 in the market. Where to buy Ecomi in USA? So Ecomi is the company name, VeVe is the app name, and Omi is the cryptocurrency that fuels it. So if you wanted to buy Omi in the USA, you would need to use the exchange called BitForex. Yeah, I agree. Brendan's saying the secret rare is going to go down from 2.8 for show. Exactly. There's only 300 delivered. So this is kind of what I was talking to, I think it was Tigera about. I was saying how if you're looking to buy a collectible right away in the market, you just want to be careful because there's not many listed. So you may end up paying a higher price at times. For example, if you look at the secret rare in the market right now, or let's go ultra rare, there's only 62 ultra rares in the market for sale, and the price is $720 right now. And so you can go down to the bottom and see actually how many are delivered. So you can see that the price, there's probably going to be more than 60 available in the market. And so what happens is usually those people undercut each other. So it doesn't work every time, especially with super limited collectibles. If there's only 800 of them, right, or something super small, it's easier for that one to take off right away, no dips. But something when there's a decent amount of editions, right away it tends to dip a little bit before it goes up. So so I said sorry, will the ultra rare price drop? I think it could. It's down to 700 right now. So it's already dipped a little bit from 800, 750 to 700. Oh, Trevor's teasing right now about the Omi utility. Ooh, ultra rare. Let's go. Oh my god, Nettie just said I hit a secret rare and ultra rare on the rebound. Can't believe it. Let's go. Oh my gosh. That's big time. Uncommon 362. That's in the low mid. It'll settle in between 1 to 1.5K range. I'm calling it. That's a good guess. Absolutely. That's a good guess. Brendan saying 600 ish. Yeah, there's the lightning boards, those gold boards, definitely. I think they'll be big time just because they're super rare. So I think with something that may not even be the biggest brand in the world, right? If it's super limited, it's just going to be a lot easier for that one to sky in price because only a few people hold that. So I think that's the benefit of those definitely super limited, comics, collectibles, anything with a real low edition run. Should I sell uncommon right now because the price keeps going up slowly? Uh that's a tough one. I think for me, I like to hold the uncommons commons just because they're not too valuable right away. So I feel like something like an uncommon or common, you're not going to get much value for it right away. So for me, I think it'd be a little bit better just to hold them until they're at least double what they're going for now. But if you absolutely need the gems, I mean, definitely it's worth more than what you put in. But you also have to remember, I think there's a decent licensor fee, so it's going to be a little bit less than a normal collectible. Where'd you get the VeVe light behind you? Let's go. Shout out to the VeVe team, man. Once again, Dan, David, everybody else, just unbelievable. Reese, Trevor, Alex, Noah, Alfred, everybody, man. I mean, they gave a bunch of influencers the sign, VeVe apparel, a couple other smaller ones, and then, of course, one of my favorites that I definitely got to get encased at some point. This one right here is David and Dan's signature. So that one means a lot to me as well. Got to get that one cased for sure. So a lot of people did well today, dudes. A lot of people. Yeah, that sign is basically a secret rare. Gerardo saying buy more commons and uncommons. Just wait to get more down and buy it, my friend. Yeah, I mean, I like to go for commons and uncommons. I mean, when I get uncommons and commons, I don't really look to sell them as much. I look to just hold them because they're not really, really that valuable. It's when I get the ultra rare or the secret rare that I'm not really the biggest fan of, that brand or collectible or comic. That's when I'll think about maybe flipping it for more gems, just to target and go after things that I do like a lot more. What is Level Up Expo? Not sure what that is. Actually, I don't have any. I did have one. Um, I bought the Eternals when it was really cheap, but then I sold it because I was like, you know what? I'm not a big fan of these secret rare comics. I do think that they're going to be really valuable. I think all secret rare comics will be valuable, just because it's super limited and it's already a physical item that people want and collect in real life. So I definitely think they're big. But for me, I'm more of a fan of the collectibles. So it would really help me get a lot of these Disney moments, and I'd rather have the Disney ones, the Disney collectibles, and I had to do a lot for Walt. I had to sell a lot of my duplicates to get Walt, especially two Walts. I mean, that was one of my biggest moves I've had to make. Wow, you got a VeVe license plate. That's amazing. That's something I definitely need. I definitely need to get something like that. And Brendan saying the price of Storm's gonna go down a lot. It could. I mean, just because there's a lot of additions. I mean, sorry, there's a lot had to have to get delivered in the market still. I got an uncommon. I'll probably just hold the Storm uncommon. Because again, this is the first X-Men NFT, so I think that's gonna be big. But I could see it, hovering, not going crazy right away, because we got a lot of big drops coming up too. I think. Um, David talked about how he just got out of a meeting with a crazy big time artist, so a lot of big things. Hey, appreciate big time. Daniel Remus said, "Hey Johnny, love the show, bro. Nice work. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hopefully you had some good luck today as well on the drop. A lot of people had good luck today, so." Oh, might have to go there. Is that the next one that's coming up? Kurt said it's a video game and anime expo. The VeVe team is going to be there apparently, or at least the VeVe fam. It's in Vegas. Oh, might have to go out there, my man. I just need to know when it's going to be, so I got a little bit of heads up time. But you said it's in February. That's my birthday era. My birthday era. That's like my birthday month. So Omi should be up a little bit by then. So maybe I might make a trip out there. I'm not a huge anime person, actually. Believe it or not, I know anime is big time though. I mean, anime has such a big following. All types of shows. I would say I'm a video game fan though. Definitely was a big video game player back in the day. Commons are going to be kind of cheap, I think, right away. Commons usually don't have much value right away, but I think it's one that you could hold because, again, not financial advice, but just going off experience. I mean, we saw the common comic book of Marvel Comics #1. People said, it's a common, there's too many editions, just throw it away. People are reselling that for $4, $3, and under $5 for days. And so all the smart money was just buying it all up. And now that comic is over $80 right now. So a lot of common collectibles kind of get the short end of the stick until we see that user growth happening. And that's kind of where we're at right now. $2.5K Storm is getting bought up. I think a lot of it has to do with the animation and the fact that it's the first X-Men collectible ever. And the fact that a lot of these new users, I mean, 300,000 plus came for Disney. Not all of them got Disney. So I think this could be a lot of people's first drop. And I think we're just seeing a new era take place on VeVe right now. All right, let me go over details again. The comment is 59.60. The uncommon's going up, 89.90. The rare, 194, 198. Ultra rare down 698. So now there's 155 rare in the market. There's 84 in the market for the ultra rare. There's 49 in the market for the secret rare, and secret rare is at 2.6K. Okay, I'm about a week behind him, Brendan. Still pending. Unfortunate. Do you have the Goku? Let me know. Do you have the red bar underneath that says one pending order? Kurt's going to make a trip to Vegas. Depends on Omi. Hey, my birthday is December 24th. Nice. So coming up soon. Congrats. That's the day before the Staples Center Arena gets the name change too to Crypto.com Arena. That's just big time for the whole crypto space. Man, unbelievable. Oh, okay, February 24th. Okay. I thought he said DEV 24th. I thought he meant December 24th, but he meant February 24th. Great month. That's the best month of the year. The Cray Mountain is a team common 3639. Not the best mint number, but you got one at least. Absolutely. Sometimes it's best just to lock one in, especially for the Master Collector Program points. I mean, not the biggest deal at the end of the day, but it's definitely going to help. It's definitely a big bonus. And so you get 25 points just for buying one in the store. And you get 15 points for buying it in the market. So you get 10 extra points for getting a drop, basically. Yeah, not good, not bad. Somewhere in the middle. Absolutely. I would say it's good. It's not great, but it's good. Absolutely. Anytime you can get a drop, I think it's good. Because then you're also the original owner. And it's something that's not really being, emphasized right now just because we can't see it. But eventually we're going to be able to see the history of the ownership on all these comics, collectibles, etc. So, if you are the original owner, especially on a big collectible, I think down the road when all this is transparent and you're able to see easily the owner and everything, I think that's going to play a big part. Especially if you got a collectible from a celebrity or a famous person or a team member, etc. I think that's going to definitely have some weight to it. Oh wow, Josh. Okay, yeah. When I read this, I said, "How's that going to work?" But he meant I sold it for 700, hope to buy it back for 500, and that's definitely a strategy. A lot of people have, and I think it could work out. I would do it for those collectibles that you aren't in love with, because then if it doesn't work out, the way you're imagining, you missed the boat on it, you're not that upset, right? His game plan is to sell it, right away for 700, and then he plans to buy it back around 500 or whenever he feels like the floor hits. And that's definitely a valid strategy a lot of people have used and had success with over the past months. Brendan likes it. He said it's easy money, Josh. Just be patient. Hey, you bought a Cavell collectible. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think it will, have some weight to it, especially as all the influencers keep growing, as VeVe keeps growing. Once we're able to see that history of these collectibles, I think it'll be big. Harley Quinn, more my type. Yeah, I mean, so exactly, Josh. So you're more of a fan of Harley Quinn. So when Harley Quinn, drops again, or maybe not because it's not the first appearance if it drops again. But if you're a huge Harley Quinn fan, you may not want to play that timing game with a Harley Quinn collectible. But since Storm, you're saying that you're not the biggest fan of, that makes perfect sense. Then I mean, it's a way to add a couple $100 to your gem bounce. So absolutely, haven't landed an ultra rare yet. You will eventually. I've gotten blessed. I have a few times actually, probably more so than an average person. Um, but just keep trying. I would say. I mean, I know people who struck it out who didn't get a drop for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then just landed a secret rare the other day with the comic. So just keep trying. Just don't give up. I mean, the only way you won't ever get one is if you give up. But I promise you, eventually, you will get a good one. Kurt said, "All right, I have to head out. Thanks for the stream again, JD. Take care, everyone. Much love. Yeah, appreciate you big time, Kurt. I'll see you next time. Next time I see you, I should have a lot more set up on the stream. I think by Monday it's gonna be set up. So I think I'm gonna do it today or tomorrow, Sunday. Um, but like you guys know, I finally got monetized, so I got to set up the partnership, memberships. Hopefully, I have a private group or something like that for you guys coming soon. But definitely the super chats, the memberships, all that kind of stuff are coming soon. That's gonna be fun. I could have bought Rizzo in the store for retail. Wow. So Brendan was here early. I got here when Rizzo was about 400 or $500 in the marketplace. Starfire was $83. That's one that I'll never forget. It's one of my first purchases. I think first 5 purchases. I bought my Starfire for $83 in the marketplace. Man, if only I bought 10 of them, right? Stream updates. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, finally. I mean, it's been a journey. I remember when I started this YouTube channel in 2018, 2017, I think it was. I was my only subscriber. Worked my way up. I think right before VeVe hit, I got up to just under 1,000 subs. So it took, a few years just to even get up to 900,000 subs. And then VeVe hit, and boom, you guys just sent it to the moon. No, but seriously, you guys are amazing. I mean, the VeVe community, what's been built, I just try to do my part in the very beginning to set that tone of the energy, and it's been contagious. I mean, there's the great thing about VeVe is there's something for everybody now, right? Whether you're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I mean, on the VeVe app itself. I mean, different categories for all different collectibles, comics, like you name it. Just amazing. We got music from Pineapple Gang, your boy, even emoji. I found out can rap. Like, so many things are going on in the VeVe community. It's amazing. I'm gonna be signing off. I'm gonna give one more update on the marketplace before I sign off. Leave you guys with that. Okay, so we got the common storm, $60. Uncommon, 85. The rare going for 180. The ultra rare, 784. So climb back up. That's interesting. I think it has to do with the animation, probably. But again, it climbed back up. We'll see where it lands. The hype is still high, so we'll see. We'll see. Secret rare is down to 2K. This is the best VeVe channel. Hey, appreciate you big time. I just want to say, there's tons of great VeVe channels out there. I'm not the only one, but appreciate you. Much love, Sherry Berry. Appreciate you so much. Definitely. This is the comment I was looking for. Shout out to you, man. We've converted our lives into the religion of VeVe. So true, so true. All right, guys, I'm signing off. Stay tuned for the next live drop. I believe it'll probably be Monday. Maybe a video is coming soon too, because there's, I wanted to touch on a video. I haven't made an actual video in a while. It's all just been live streams. So I want to get back into the video grind as well. So just stay tuned. Updates coming soon as well too. I'll let you guys know. Hit that subscribe button. I'll create a post on YouTube. Let you guys know what the next drop is going to be soon. But we're going to be signing off on that note. Again, great live today. Great show. Appreciate you guys for all the support. Get your merch at Projecto_store. Shout out to Wendy. So if you guys aren't following her, go follow her on Instagram. Awesome merch. Appreciate you guys. We're signing out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. See you guys on the next one. We out, y'all.